How to go from this foundation to this garden shed. I made some mistakes, so keep watching. Let's start by unwrapping everything from the wooden pallet. First, I removed the packaging, then the protective film that kept the wood safe from the rain. Now you can really see the timber I'll be working with. I began by laying down beams on the foundation I built earlier and secured them tightly. Next up, the surrounding walls, or at least the first beam of them. I carried each wooden beam using a wheelbarrow. That's when the real project began, with the shed floor. And I made my first mistake. I didn't notice I started too early on the beams, so the first wall beam didn't fit properly. So I had to remove the flooring and redo it. Sometimes it just is what it is. And trust me, this isn't my last mistake. Stay tuned for more. To protect the floor from bad weather, I covered it with a rain tarp. Then came the last beams. And finally, the base was complete. But that was just the beginning. The walls were next. Sometimes the wall beams didn't fit properly, but with a little repositioning, it worked out. I placed the last beams and adjusted the smaller ones. For the final beam, I had an issue. So I used a tension strap, and that did the trick. Then I built the roof angle and started with the roof beams. Another issue, the beams didn't fit quite right, so I shortened the pieces between them and bent the roof beams into place. It's not perfect, but it works. Then a rainstorm hit. Two of the floor beams literally jumped out. Fixing that was not fun, and luckily I didn't film it. After that, I focused on making the roof waterproof. Once I finished building it, I covered it in two parts, starting with the long beams and ending with the short ones. It looked beautiful, but it wasn't rainproof yet. So I fixed that with bitumen sheets and nails. And that's when the roof was finally done, for now. Before continuing, I leveled the ground surface. Then I cut and installed the last flooring beam, adjusted it perfectly, and then it was door time. I built the door frame out of aluminum and wood. And secured it to the shed. One of the most satisfying moments, setting the windows. Let's have a look inside the shed. I pre-painted some parts of the frame because they'd be hard to reach later. Once everything was dry, the frame was done. Next, I worked on the floor surround. Then I painted the outside walls and also the side panels. After that came the exterior cladding. And I painted it too. Now I could finally say the shed was mostly finished, but not completely done. And back to the roof again. I bought bitumen shingles and nailed them down. I secured the final ones with special glue. Now the roof was truly finished. Remember the floor from earlier? It was still dirty from the rain, so I sanded it down. It literally took me 2 hours. Sanding created a lot of dust, so I vacuumed the floor afterward. After sanding, I applied a wood finish. And it already looked amazing. Then I wanted to finish the door, so I did it, but I had an issue with the door bolt length, so I started with the inside lock from the other side this time and installed it. It works because two hooks connect together with a simple push from inside. Here you can see these two hooks and how I installed them. Now I can lock the door from the inside. Then I went straight back to the lock, shortened the metal bolt, and now it fits perfectly. I installed hooks on the other side again. The door works smoothly. To make everything sturdier, I added storm braces to secure the wall beams, since they were just stacked on top of each other. And then I painted those too. I got some second-hand interior furniture, and it looks great inside the shed. And finally, even the chickens came by to check out my finished garden shed. I even sowed grass in front of the shed. But there are some small things that aren't quite right, so stay tuned for more. I'm honestly proud of how it turned out. Subscribe.